What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Dispatch. I'm Frimmy, and to my left, he decided to show up this week. Josh James, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. It's good to be back.
Yeah?
And what a squad we've got on the Dispatch.
Oh,
because
man.
Emma comes in, and big thanks to Emma because literally had like 10 minutes notice, by the way, as well. Really good show last week. I enjoyed listening to it. Enjoyed being on the other side, listening to it, and some great insight as well from Len, I thought.
You feeling better now?
I'm nearly there. I'll say I'm 90%. I've passed the fitness test.
That's good. That's what we like to hear. But we have got a big week.
Yeah, two big games tonight, one for the women and one for the men, of course, so we'll get into that. And we've got some great content, as usual. Emma will be back on with some words of wisdom from Leah Williamson.
Yes.
So look forward to that. I spoke to Martin Odegaard ahead of tonight's Champions League game, and we're hoping to make it 8 out of 8, which would be some record, wouldn't it?
That's going to be a record. Is it? I think it's never been done before.
It's never been done before.
Oh, okay.
And so we'll talk about that, and we'll get into it.
Love that.
Some good things to look forward to, and I guess we'll have to look back as well a little bit at the weekend.
But
forwards, always
forward. But listen, let's get into the episode. It's going to be a good one. Right, Josh, shall we talk about the result on Sunday?
Yeah, we're going to have to, aren't we? Yeah.
Not what we wanted, but there's positives to take from it. I mean, we're still 4 points clear at the top of the table, and you had a good chat with the boss after the game as well.
Yeah, it's always difficult, like, on the final whistle, especially when it's a late goal that you've conceded to lose the game as well, to try to look at that bigger picture. But that's part of the manager's job, isn't it? So, as you say, did a post-match, spoke to Bukayo Saka, who is, you forget, so mature in these situations. One of the guys with probably the most appearances in the team. So he's been here before, how to deal with defeats, how to bounce back from it. And Mikel as well had that message of, it's part of the journey, you're not going to win every game, and we know that. The supporters talk about it, but still when it does happen, you're like, why aren't we winning every game? But his message was basically, we've got to stick together, and we've got to remember what's got us into this position in the first place. He was praising the team for what they've done every 3 days, as he said, for 7 months. So he's counting basically from July, when the work started for this season, all the work they've done. So let's go back to that, and let's remember that, and let's push on, and doing it together was his big message. I
mean, we've got another game tonight to make things right against Kairat. And like you said before, we could be setting a record tonight.
Yeah, we've won obviously all 7 games in the Champions League so far, and we've won all 7 by at least 2 goals.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's our longest run of wins in the Champions League already. But if we can win again by at least 2 goals tonight, no team has done that in Europe. In the Champions League, the old European Cup, English or otherwise. So that's something to aim for. And just to get back onto winning ways, it's nice to go into a game without that pressure. Because we won so well against Inter Milan. It's like, well, top 2 is secured. We've got that top seed, which could be so important. But now I think because of the result at the weekend, there is an extra, actually, we do want to win.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no chance that the players or the manager will go into it as thinking, it's a free hit tonight. So, there is, again, suddenly something to play for and to try and get back onto a good frame of mind.
Sometimes games like this, it also brings in like rotation, like what players can come in to do the business. Do you think there's going to be a lot of rotation?
Well, there have to be at least some in midfield, because we've got a couple of suspensions.
Of course. So
I think it's
Mikel
Marino and Declan Rice are both suspended. And there's players that need minutes, because that was a positive on Sunday when we looked at who was available.
Oh mate, it was the when he did the subs, and then I saw 4 come up, and then the quality that was coming onto the pitch, that was incredible.
And they trained, and quite unusually, they trained the night before the game at Emirates Stadium. And everyone was involved apart from Max Dowman, and whether still a teenager, of course, whether he's actually a senior member of the first team squad, but everyone else was involved. So the good side of that is when we've got a game like we have tonight, when players do need minutes, everyone's looking to play, everyone's fresh, Christian Norgard wasn't even on the bench. It'd be interesting to see what team he selects, because the priority will still be to win. That is, whether we're 10 points clear or whatever it is in the Champions League, they want to win every game they play because of that mentality, and as I said earlier, to put the weekend behind them. So no matter what team it is, it's one to win, but it is also a chance to give minutes to people.
Hopefully we collect another 3 points against Kairat.
Yeah, and then on to the big one at the weekend after that as well.
You going Leeds? No, it's your birthday.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there. I was down to do it actually, but they gave me the day off because it's my birthday on Saturday.
Lovely.
So I want you to bring me back 3 points, please.
For your birthday,
yeah? Yeah, if you could do that. Gift wrapped would be nice.
That would be great. Yeah. But yeah, we'll look on to the weekend and hopefully we do the business today.
Yeah, a couple of big games coming up, and also the women's team have got some games coming up, and we're going to find out more about that next, aren't we?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Finding Mariona Caldente with the chance to make it 2, and it's a chance that she takes with absolute perfection.
Great win this week, of course, beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge for the first time since 2018. What a win that was, and of course, it's going to be the first FIFA Champions Cup.
Coming up this week.
And the person that is going to tell us all about that, Emma, is back in the building. How you doing? You good?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I miss you already. This guy is...
He's not 100%.
Thank you so much. I felt so bad waking up. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I can't get into Emirates. And I knew you had a long day as it was that day. So thank you very much.
Absolutely smashing. We had a great time. That was good. Brilliant. But yeah, let's first talk about that win against Chelsea.
Yeah. Oh, it was a good one.
Yeah, was you there?
Yes, I was there. I was in the press box on Saturday. Just had a feeling. You know, sometimes it sounds really corny if you're like, oh, I've got a feeling today. And sometimes showing up at Stamford Bridge, I do not have that feeling.
I feel like it's quite difficult there. A lot of teams have gone there and not come out as winners.
Yeah. And obviously the women's team have kind of recently moved there to play their games. Previously they played at Kings Meadow, and that's where we had our last win against them in the league. So it was quite a long while that we'd had that gap. But 2-0, 2 great goals.
Oh, really good. I think it was, you said, I mentioned that it was Beth Mead's anniversary.
9 years for our number 9, and she capped it off pretty nicely.
She written in the stars. I love that.
Literally, I thought she was class from the off, but to get that goal, absolutely like pelting it in the back of the net, and then she does a lovely assist to Mariona for the second. We did a cheeky bit of comparison. It was very similar to Zubamendi's against Chelsea. Yeah, like the sort of duck and then curled beautifully in the corner. So it was a great day at the office, basically.
We needed it as well, really, didn't we? Looking at not just the league position, but for the momentum again to get going after the League Cup defeat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was an unfortunate evening at Meadow Park, but what a way to kind of come back from that ahead of first ever FIFA Champions Cup.
Oh, man.
Exciting times. I mean, for you as well, to cover a brand new competition. I suppose you're going into the unknown as well. I mean, what can you tell us about, the team we're facing, AS FAR, is that right, the Moroccan team?
Correct, yes. So they're the Moroccan champions, the African champions. So the FIFA Champions Cup is basically like the Club World Cup on the men's side, but a little smaller. So you've kind of got all the continent champions facing up against each other. Okay. So we're in the semi-finals tonight. We'll be up against AS FAR, and the other semi-final will be Gotham playing Corinthians, so from Brazil, the South American champions. And then it's over to the Emirates Stadium on
So the semis
Sunday.
are at Brentford?
They are at Brentford.
You worked at Brentford before?
I have worked. I worked a men's game. It was a couple of seasons ago. Kai Havertz gets the late minute winner. His chant. Obviously, it was probably Bournemouth where it was born.
Yeah,
was it?
I feel like it was born earlier, but I just feel like when he got his goal, it kind of magnified from there.
Yeah, because I was on Social Phone that day and took a clip of the fans singing it in the corner. And Shakira shared it to her stories, so I was that's a pretty good day.
Yeah, I actually do remember that.
It's like you and Justin Bieber, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk too much about it.
Okay,
my guy, JB, that's what I call him. I've spoken to him once on DMs. Please don't unfollow me.
Gotta keep him sweet.
But it's the first time that it's happening. Yeah. So do you go into like in a different way?
It's interesting. I suppose it's completely different opposition. Like we've never played a Moroccan team to my knowledge before. So completely different. Even when you played teams that you never played in the Champions League before, you can kind of scout the leagues a little bit. You've got kind of an eye in. But it'll be quite new frontier, really, which is exciting.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get through and get to the final here. But even not the third and fourth place playoff is here. So there will be a game at the weekend at Emirates. Gotham, you know a bit about, though. They've got some familiar faces, haven't they, in their team?
Yeah, they do, yeah. And obviously the American League, the NWSL, has a different kind of run rate. So it's already finished their season. So they're kind of technically out of season now.
That must be so difficult, man, to try keep
fit and keep the schedule going. And
there's a few different leagues. Like the Swedish league runs kind of calendar year as well, and then so it's probably different, especially for players that make the transfer. Like Smilla Holmberg came from Sweden. We've had Emily Fox joined us.
That's when we.
So Tobin will be there, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Funny enough, I think I did a Twitch live with her when she.
Oh really?
I remember that. It was before I joined Arsenal, and I remember watching because it would have been in COVID, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was during COVID, and I was just we're signing Tobin Heath. I was like, what? Really?
I know.
Tobin Heath. And they're like, oh, we want you to talk to her as well. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be difficult. But yeah, she was great, and we had a great time, man. Yeah, it's going to be here.
Yeah, I believe so. I hope I'm right on there.
But that's the good thing about it is raising the profile again. A worldwide competition. We always talk about how the women's game is always moving forward, and it's another example of it. So to be hosting the final here is going to be really special as well. I guess you're looking forward to that one.
Yeah, 100%. A chance to lift a trophy at Emirates Stadium. Obviously, we kind of did that with the Champions League. We had that massive, over 10,000 people out in front of the Armoury to bring back the Champions League. But yeah, the opportunity to do it in the stadium would be amazing.
So not to get ahead of ourselves, but hopefully we can get the win tonight. And I guess Gotham would probably eyes on Gotham as the favourites to win the other game, and that'll be some fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'll be quite a challenge for us. We have played American opposition relatively recently. We did the US tour a couple of years ago and faced Washington Spirit, but a couple of familiar faces in that team. We've got Jess Carter, obviously a long-time Chelsea player. She is coming back. But it'll be a great opportunity to kind of match ourselves up against the American champions.
And a few of our players have got experience of playing in America and against American teams as well. Absolutely. That might be useful.
Yeah, definitely. Foxy was there for a few years.
Russo was there for a bit as well.
Yeah, she never played in the NWSL, but she's got college experience. So her and Lotta were at the same college as Emily Fox.
Oh yeah, I actually do remember that. Yeah, I think Emily said that during our carpool. Yeah, she did mention that.
Which is very sweet. But Kim was out there for a little bit. Steph, Caitlin, so quite a lot of experience.
And do you sense, since this competition was announced, that there's a bit of excitement as well among the players about this is an opportunity to, obviously the Champions League was so big and prestigious, but this is something that to add, I mean, call yourself world champions. It doesn't get much better than that. Have you spoken to any of the players about that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they like to keep a level head, and it's usually around the line of being in on 5 competitions, this season. Obviously, that's now gone down to 4, but the fact that there are 5 competitions, I don't know if we've ever competed in 5 in one season, so that was a big thing. But yeah, any chance to lift a trophy is obviously top of their list, but especially to lift a trophy at Emirates Stadium would be quite something.
Yeah. Have you interviewed Leah about this recently? I was reading in the matchday programme.
Yeah. So we speak to all of our squad in the matchday programme about the Champions League win and kind of get their feeling about it. Now the dust has settled a little bit. It's quite interesting to see, hear from them, and they say it took a little while for it to sink in.
Yeah.
A lot of them immediately, we were at the trophy lift at Emirates Stadium, and then they're immediately going off to national camps.
It's a whirlwind, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
They're leaving early so they can go. So then you don't get a chance to really sink in.
I feel especially when I did the carpool with Leah, she said that it didn't really sink in with her, or she didn't get to take it in until she got injured, where she had a bit of time to actually think about all the things that she's accomplished over the years, and it's quite interesting. Yeah,
because the mindset it's relentless, isn't it? Because when we spoke to Renee last week, I asked her about how often do you find yourself thinking about it. Because obviously supporters can daydream about it, but she was like, "No, I don't."
Yeah.
There's a game to do. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Spoke to Leah, and you mentioned the injury. She said it was harder than her ACL, because she's come off of such a summer where she's won the Champions League with Arsenal. She then wins the Euros again with England. And then it's like, to go from that adrenaline rush now to like, I can't play football, and to have another setback. She said like, it was really tough. And she spoke to the medical team, and we've got such a great medical staff who kind of treat each of our players individually, because you really have to. And they were like, we know what you're like. We know that you need this time to just do nothing for a week. And she was like, that might have set me back on paper, on the timeline. It might have set me back a little bit, but actually mentally is exactly what I needed to just be there and be ready. So that was really interesting as an insight.
Brilliant. Jurien Timber said the same when he obviously had his whole first season wiped out for us, pretty much. And I'm like, how do you cope with that? Because you've built up, you've done all the site, you've done all the media, and you're just about to start. And he said, I've got to use it in a positive way, and there is stuff you can do even when you can't run or do physical stuff. You can get to know your team, and that was obviously after he signed, and then I interviewed him again recently, and he said you look back on that time and who knows where I'll be now without that. So these things happen, and it's how you deal with it, isn't it? So so we can take a listen, can't we, to your Leah interview? Yeah,
she gave a little line reflecting back on that trophy lift at Emirates Stadium and the opportune geography of where it will happen. So a little mural.
Nice one. Let's have a listen.
For you to win the Champions League and then 3 days later you go off to England camp, a lot of the girls have said it didn't really sink in. A, when did it sink in for you? And B, how do you then sum up that sort of summer where you do that and then you win the Euros again?
For me, the moment it sank in was standing on the about to go on the platform. We were all getting introduced. And I turn around and I'm like, this is the whole side of the stadium is dedicated to the last time this happened. Like, that's how big this moment is. And we are now living it in the present. Like, you know, like the girls the women didn't get that at the time, and they probably deserved it. And I'm like, and here we are, like in the shadow of that legacy, and then going to England. And we meet Spain in the final.
Yes.
You know, I'm looking forward to getting Spain in the final. When we were watching that Spain-Germany game, because I'm thinking, I've done this. Like, you know, and I've got that in the bank. And football's football, things change, but I'm thinking, I know I can do this.
Thanks, Emma, for coming down and talking with us, and it was great insight from Leah as well.
Yeah, hopefully next time we speak to Emma, we might be world champions.
Oh, hopefully. You've had another exclusive call from the captain.
That's right, yeah, ahead of the match tonight against Marty in the match day programme. I always speak to Martin ahead of the game. We're talking about the prospect of making it 8 out of 8, as we were talking about before. And it's something that they're very much on their minds, that they want to do that. But also spoke to him about Ethan Nwaneri's gone out on loan, of course, hasn't he?
Yeah, scored on his debut, man.
Did. What a goal it was as well. Sort of trademark.
Very trademark Ethan-esque.
We've seen that before, haven't we, a few times. But because obviously Martin had his time on loan when he was at Real Madrid. He went to Real Madrid so young, was trying to break through there, had a few loan spells, and I think it was his last one when he was at Real Sociedad with Zubi and Mikel Arteta, where that he said really sort of took him to the next level. And then obviously was on loan with us to start with.
Yeah, to start,
So he knows all about being on loan, and I was asking him whether he gets a chance to speak to Ethan before he goes, and he was like, I said to him how important this could be for your career and to make the most of it. So that was really interesting. Also, I was asking him about the 4 away games that we played just before the Man United, which everyone was going on about, 4 in 10 days, different competitions. And I was like, you spend so much time with together, like travelling and around. How do you get on with each other? What do you do? What do you do during that time? And he was telling me about the board games they play on the coach.
Oh, the board games?
There's one I hadn't heard of, a Spanish game called Parches. Have you heard of this?
I have not heard of that.
So it's basically like Ludo or Frustration.
Okay, yeah.
Where those, and I was like, okay, sounds quite gentle and nice, but no, it gets competitive, obviously.
I mean, of course,
whatever they do.
Listen, you can make them play, rock, paper, scissors, and they get competitive.
So whatever it is, and he was saying it's himself, Kai, Leo and Ben White will be the 4 Parches players. I think they play like the pair up, play doubles, and they've got a running tally. So I'm going to keep him updated on how that's going throughout the season. Who's winning that? But yeah, it sounds like they've all got their little games, like the card games, Uno and things like that. So, because we travel together quite a lot.
We do.
To be fair, when we're on the bus, we're working. We're grafting.
Yes, we are.
With not downtime for us like it is for them.
No, definitely not.
But when we go on tour, there's sometimes some...
Yeah, there's a bit of time, like especially in between, like going from like different cities. There's a bit of time, like especially on the plane where it's long hours. So yeah, we get a few bit of downtime. I'm trying to think of what games that we kind of play.
Yeah, well, in last tour we haven't done a trip that long where we resorted to I Spy. But on tour there was the dartboard, wasn't there?
Yes,
I saw you a couple of times on the dartboard.
I wasn't really on. I was more on the ping pong.
Yeah, the table tennis.
Table tennis. But I feel like you was on the darts a lot.
I do like the darts. Yeah, I do like the darts. In fact, last Club Day. No, when we were at Club Day a couple of weeks ago, the Women's Club Day, there was a dartboard set up in the back.
Yes, there was. Yeah.
So there'll be something coming shortly, I'd imagine. There's some dart challenge.
I think at the end when we were done, it was Daff. I can't remember the coach's name, but then we just got into a game of anyone that gets the middle wins.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's good to see the players doing something slightly out of their comfort zone. Because do you remember the content we did? It's years ago now when we got them playing cricket. Have you seen that? If you haven't, you need to look it up on YouTube.
Oh, was it Monterey?
Yeah, it was. I remember David Ospina trying to bowl, trying to explain to him what cricket is.
I remember that video.
And because they're sportsmen and athletes, they're like, well, I'm not going to get beaten, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. And so it's great when we sort of take them something slightly out of. They all want to play golf or stuff that they can do. But, so spoke to him about. Just what they do away from the football and how they relax and how they try to sort of have that downtime because it is so relentless and it still is at the moment, isn't it, the schedule.
Oh, brilliant. So let's have a listen to what the captain has to say.
Let's have a little listen to him.
Having already got through in the top two in the Champions League, of course we want to get another win and complete the group stage with 8 wins, but it's a lovely position to be in, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great position to be in. As you say, we want to win that game as well, and win all the games in this group stage would be an amazing achievement. And it's done 7 out of 7 now, and we want to do 8 out of 8, and just keep winning and keep building, and that's what we want to do. So. And Champions League is always special, evening game, and just different atmosphere. So it's another nice game to play, and I'm sure everyone is really excited for that as well.
How important do you think it might be that we've got the second leg of all the knockout games? Should we go through at home?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing. I think it's always nice to finish at home, and we've experienced that. In different ways, and we've had both experiences, and it's nice to finish at home, So that's a great thing.
Yeah, and can I just ask you about Ethan Winery? He's gone out on loan to Marseille. You know all about going out on loan as a young player. Did you speak to him at all? Did you have a chance? I know these things move really quickly, but did you have a chance to speak to him at all about that?
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about it. Obviously, he wanted to play more, so I understand that, and I've been in the same position, So just wish him all the best and good luck, and I'm sure he's going to do well there, and hopefully he'll get a lot of opportunity to show his qualities and his talent, and he'll be absolutely fine, and then he'll just come back stronger from it. So just wish him all the best, and looking forward to seeing him back soon again.
Yeah, because it can really change your career, can't it? A successful loan spell. I mean, you obviously you had your good loans, and William Saliba as well was at Marseille, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think at that stage of your career, at that age, you kind of need to play games, to grow even more, and for him to, take more responsibility and to grow as a player, as a person. And I'm sure it's going to be a good experience for him. And also, it's a different country, different language, and a lot of things. And I'm sure he's going to learn a lot from that. So, we're looking forward to see how he's going to do there.
Great hearing from the captain once again.
Yeah, you can read the full thing from Martin in his captain's notes. As usual, if you're at the game tonight, make sure you pick up a matchday programme, which looking good, by the way. Our designer's done a good job on the cover. There's a little special cover for the end of the group stage, which we can hopefully make 8 out of 8. So
brilliant. First time we've faced a team from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, you've been doing your research.
Oh, come on. Listen,
Yeah.
I've been on the Googles.
Yeah.
I've been on the internet.
A couple more stats I'm going to throw at you then. 22nd different nation that we've faced in the Champions League.
27, oh wow.
22nd. So,
22nd, sorry,
22nd. And 107th different team to come and play us at the Emirates Stadium in the 20 years that we've been here. So,
that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, welcome to them for the first time, and we'll see how it goes. But there's a good show lined up as well. I know live from M5, so if you haven't got a ticket to the game, if you're following from home, wherever you are, hour before kickoff, Femi from the Ezra Collective is...
Come on, my guy, let's do this.
He's going to be on the show. It's a good show at the weekend, I thought, as well. So, tune in from 7 o'clock UK time.
Right, guys, that was another great episode here on The Dispatch with myself, Frimmy, and of course, Josh James. Now, guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go to wherever you get your podcasts and sub up, and these are being filmed. So head over to Arsenal.com or the official Arsenal YouTube, where you can see our beautiful faces. So we shall see you next week.